All right, Nick, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers have done a phenomenal job this offseason, whether it's through free agency or draft. They've really helped to build this team to be a really, really quality opponent, Nick. But I want to highlight today not what they've done for this year, but potentially what they have done for the future.
Yeah, Miles, I agree with you 100%. The Steelers are executing a great strategy right now. I think the report you found highlights that to a T. But before we get into that news, Steelers fans, got a question for you to answer, as always, in the comment section below. This one's going to be really hard for you here. Who is the greatest Steelers pass rusher in team history? You can go back almost every decade and find a great one in the past 50, 60 years or so, but you only get to pick one. So give us who you think the greatest Steelers pass rusher in team history is in the comment section below. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of today's video to hear more from our partner of today's video, and that is Neuro. Neuro has a lot of great products that give you a fast and easy boost of energy. We love to take their mints and their gums before the show. It gives us the energy we need, the spike of energy we need to produce the Steelers content. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of today's video to learn more about Neuro. And here's the most important part: get access to our special discount code. All right, Miles, what you got? What's this latest out of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Nick. So we talked 2023 season has done a really great job already. All we have to do now is wait and see it on the field. So now the Pittsburgh Steelers have to start focusing for the future, and they may already have. And I'm going to bring up the report now, Nick. This is from over on SteelerNation.com, a very interesting report brought to my attention, and it gives a great talking point for today, Nick. So it says the Pittsburgh Steelers have had a busy offseason in 2023, but it seems as if it will be significantly easier next year. They're getting the work done now to save time and cap resources for the 2024 offseason. The biggest free agent of the Steelers in 2024 is currently Alex Highsmith, but that could easily change in the next few months as his agent has started negotiating an extension with the Steelers. And Nick, due to the level of play Highsmith has given the last couple of years, I think it's easy that an extension is going to get done here. So, but if Highsmith and the Steelers do come to an agreement for an extension, there aren't many other players left for the organization to prioritize for next offseason. Omar Khan has shown in his first full year with the team that he is not afraid to give out money. And unlike Kevin Colbert, he did not hesitate to guarantee money past first year of 4 players, with Minkah Fitzpatrick and Chris Boswell getting their bags and securing their places on the team for at least the next few years. So, Nick, I think this just shows Omar Khan has come in and really he's worked smarter, not harder. He has thought through everything. He has looked toward the future and made it so, while yes, in 2024, it seems as if the Steelers cap space after an Alex Highsmith extension gets done will be kind of tight. It shows they're in the driver's seat. They have a team that everybody is in place for the next season, and they can make the moves where they need to. They don't have to be forced by any players on the team to have to go out. They can go get who they want. They can cut whoever they need to get cap space. I think this puts them in an extremely good situation to go and have an extremely successful 2024 season going into Kenny Pickett's 3rd year. But Nick, I'm curious to see what you think about the Steelers' moves here and what does this mean for them going forward?
Miles, I want to push back a little bit about your comment about the cap space being tight potentially in 2024. I disagree, because one of the things you have to look at the Steelers right now, 2023, they have $15.7 million of free cap space left. That's according to overthecap.com. The way salary cap space works is any unused cap space rolls over into the following calendar year, the following fiscal year, excuse me. So going into 2024, currently the Steelers are projected to have about $19 million of cap space. If they don't spend any additional money, if they don't make a move, there's been rumors to Chase Young or potentially someone else this year, that $15 million rolls into 2024. So now they're looking at more than $30 million of cap space. That's more than enough to pay a lot to Alex Highsmith. Even if they pay over market, I don't think they will. I think it'll be a fair contract for both sides. And you still give them plenty of cap space to add more players, more weapons into 2024. But I want to focus on what Omar Khan is doing here. And you brought this up, Mize. He has understood that the most important thing for a general manager to have is to have flexibility and clarity. I should say the two most important things. And by clarity, I mean understanding where your roster is and what you're going to need to address for the future. One of the things I don't get from a lot of GMs is the Dallas Cowboys are a great example of this. It seems like every offseason for Dallas, there's 2 or 3 key veterans that are they going to be re-signed, or are they going to be tagged, or are they going to be cut? You know, whether it's Dak Prescott a few years ago, Amari Cooper last year, Zeke Elliott this past offseason. It seems every offseason there's no clarity. We don't know what's going to look like over in Dallas. Pittsburgh and Omar Khan are taking the opposite approach. They want clarity, they want definitivity, and they're doing a great job of it. Because if you understand what your roster is generally going to be, you know what that allows you to do, Mice? It allows you to identify where your roster is weak and address it in the draft or find key free agents. A lot of teams struggle because they don't know exactly if they're going to be able to retain their guys. So if they have a really good player, let's say a really good running back or something like that, using the Cowboys Elliott example, they're like, okay, we're going to have to draft a running back. We're going to have to, trade for a different running back if we don't resign this guy. What if all the good running backs are gone and then we can't resign him, that kind of deal? The Pittsburgh Steelers are staying ahead of that kind of game. And that's a really smart move. And you brought up Kenny Pickett. This is my final point here for you, Mize. If you know where your roster is and you have a young quarterback on a rookie deal, that means you get to focus completely on getting players around this kid at the right time. And just as importantly, when the time comes for Kenny Pickett to get his extension, again, that's still probably a couple years away, you know exactly what the structure of your roster is salary cap wise as well. So when you focus all of those, when you throw all those factors into this, Miles, and you really focus on what Omar Khan is doing here, I think he deserves a great job. People are kind of sleeping on what Khan has done as a GM for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really love the fact that he's focused on clarity and buttoning up the roster right now, and while also doing it in a way that they actually are going to have a decent amount of cap space both this season and next year. All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner in today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big time game winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Mize. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.